Uh-huh. To sue or not to sue? That is the question. And that is something that each and every one of us has to ask ourselves, depending on what the scenario is. Do we give our fellow brother or sister the administrative process of giving them a courtesy, a notice that they've trespassed against us before returning the assault that they have brought upon us? Yes. What's going on, guys? It is the Bad Wolf once again. Sorry, not sorry for the theatrics. Found myself a new magic hat. Um, but yes, per the information, we are actually supposed to do the administrative process, which, if you really asked me off the no, we're going to go on the record. I think it sucks. Got to be honest. How are you going to bother me in my private conveyance, operating constitutionally or whatever else privately? And you're going to attack, assault, and whatever else me, and then the damage has been done. Now I have to be admirable in the maritime jurisdiction to give this officer or judge or agent or government official or whoever else a courtesy to let them know they've transgressed or trespassed against me and done these violations and hope to settle it mano a mano before just going after them in court. And it sucks. That's the proper thing to do. That's why you have to reach out to them and let them know what it is. Send them your fee schedule as well. Give them the ability to do right to cure. Now, here's why. Because if you go to court and the judge asks you, well, did you try to settle this? Did you contact them? And you say no, it's not going to look good for you. They'll say, well, you should have tried that before coming to us. But if you've done that and these people don't do right by you, which here's the good part, 99% of them won't, and they'll ignore you. And that's fine. Because if they're going to be dicks, let's be dicks. And when they don't, you can send them a notice of default and right to cure. Send it registered as a private person. Then when you go to court and you tell the judge, or he asks or she asks, did you reach out? And you say, yeah, twice. I gave them 7 days. Remember, 3 days is the minimum. Gave them 7 days or 15 days, and I gave them an additional 3 days or 7 days. Industry standard is 30 days for both communications. I'm not giving them 60 days. Don't have to. They can do that amongst themselves. Law says three is the minimum. So, yeah. Did you know that when you send or they send a communication either way, that the moment you mail it, it is construed to be a contractual agreement between the two of you, unless you or they rebut it? So let's see what they have to say about suing the government and these agencies or an agent. You know what? Let's share the screen. So, shot goes out to John Kramer, VP of Strategic Relations and the Institute for Justice. Fair use. It's on the internet. All rights reserved. Blah blah blah. So it says here, U.S. Supreme Court, which is the highest law in the land, rules unanimously you may sue government agents for damages when they violate your individual rights, which also means your private rights, your human rights. You as a living person, you have them. Feel free to support these guys over here. They talk about education. Look here. Private property, defend the rights of all Americans to own land, property free from unjust seizure. First Amendment, education, talk about cases, what they do, et cetera, et cetera. Little shameless promotion, but I'm not affiliated with them, nor they to me in any kind of way, shape, form, or fashion. Now, that being said, let's see what they have to say.
Arlington, Virginia, in a unanimous opinion issued today by the U.S. Supreme Court and authored by Associate Justice Clarence Thomas.
Mind you, this was back in 20, so this is as of today, 4 years old plus, just so you guys know. So this is already a thing. But let's go.
Thomas, the court ruled in Tanzan versus Tanvir that individuals may seek damages as a remedy when federal officers violate their rights. The opinion closely tracks an amicus brief submitted by the Institute for Justice.
Mind you, on the Supreme Court level, when they do things or a court case that we call court cases, they're called opinions. Yeah, I know it's a little crazy. Yeah, trust me. Try spending 38 seconds in my brain and see how that works for you. But anyway, so Supreme Court decisions, cases that have been adjudicated, which just means judged, and ruled on as this is now law, those cases are called opinions. Okay. Roll my tape.
IJ is a public interest law firm. The case involved FBI agents who retaliated against Muslim Americans and green card holders who followed the dictates of their faith and refused to cooperate with the FBI by spying on their own communities.
So they basically are saying here that the Flowers by Irene agents ask these people to spy on their own people and in their own communities. Wow. Wow. I mean, I guess you got to ask, right? I mean, there's nothing illegal about asking. But where did they mess up at? Let's see.
Communities. As a result of their refusal to cooperate, these individuals were placed on the no-fly list, which caused significant hardship, such as the inability to travel to visit family or for work. Luckily, Congress provided a statutory authorization to sue for violations of religious rights, allowing a plaintiff to receive appropriate relief against the government. Not surprisingly, in the lawsuit against the FBI agents, the government argued that the words appropriate relief do not include damages. According to the government, damages might be an appropriate remedy against private actors, but damages should not be allowed if the person who violated your rights happens to work for the government. The Institute for Justice filed an amicus brief arguing against this radical notion. IJ's brief outlined how suits for damages against government officials are the historical cornerstone of government accountability, how damages are often the only way to vindicate constitutional rights, and how none of the government's policy justifications against damages have a basis in reality. IJ further explained that matters of policy should be left to Congress, not courts.
Ooh.
In a unanimous opinion, the Supreme Court agreed. According to the court, in the context of suits against government officials, damages have long been awarded as appropriate relief. And that has been true not only for state and local officials, but also federal officials, like those employed by the FBI. Moreover, the court highlighted that damages are important because they are often the only remedy available.
Facts.
For example, for one of the plaintiffs, Muhammad Tanvir, who lost his job because of his placement on the no-fly list, it is damages or nothing. Finally, in response to the government's argument that policy favors denying a damages remedy against government officials, Justice Thomas, just like Justice Story 2 centuries before him, emphasized that it is the job of Congress to engage in policy making. Here are no constitutional reasons why we must do so in its stead. The court today has provided its full-throated endorsement of damages as a necessary and historic mechanism for constitutional accountability, said Scott Bullock, IJ's president and general counsel. In doing so, the court also reiterated its support for the foundational principles of this country, such as that damages can be awarded to check the government's power and that it is Congress's job to engage in policy making. The court's job is to interpret the law, not to do policy. IJ's support for the individuals who sued the government in this case is part of its project on immunity and accountability, which is devoted to the simple idea that government officials are not above the law. If citizens must follow the law, then the government must follow the Constitution. IJ's recent U.S. Supreme Court case Brownback v. King is also a part of this project. It similarly asks the court to stay true to this nation's original promise by allowing James King, an innocent college student who was brutally beaten by police his day in court, to hold accountable the government workers who violated his constitutional rights and to seek damages for the harm they caused him.
Now, the crazy thing is that, like, there is no immediate oversight. These rogue individuals who do damage to you, and the moment you try to defend yourself, to try to paint you as some crazy guy or a sovereign, C word, and pull out them fangs on you, or the blick, or the itchy, or whatever you want to call it. And if you do too much, you're going to get worked. I mean, I know there's some people out there who abuse the things, but those are already bad people, and those are far and few between. But for them to hurt you for having not committed any crime, and then now you have to seek restitution like that whole, they get to hit you first and get away with it, and then you have to ice skate uphill to get remedy. Though when you get remedy, it's using the financial in nature, which usually is decent, but it just shouldn't happen in the first place, to be honest. And then your only recourse is to get paid. Hmm. Well, I guess compared to other countries where you can't even do that, I guess we have it pretty good. And in this case, you'll take your apple pie and you'll shut your mouth. But I'll tell you this, the more people that are aware of this kind of information and how to fight back, at least in the minimum, is better than nothing. So remember, we do not condone any negative actions or anything, retaliations or whatever else, but to seek legal, appropriate justice and remedy. This is why I tell you guys not to be a belligerent combatant. Don't be out here trying to fight them over these things physically on the side of the roads or wherever else. Find the proper way to do it, because anytime you do something as a belligerent combatant, you've just allowed them to force yourself to waive your rights, and then now they can paint you as the monster, the who man, and you've just made them some more money and jeopardize you and yours. So we learn to speak their language, we put on their suits, we play the game, and when it's just, we come out financially well off. But do not do these things for that reason. Do them when you're violated. Because if they can prove that you did something illicit and had carnal thoughts to do it beforehand, then you've lost what's known as mens rea, which means you went into the scenario doing whatever you're doing without illegal things and motives and thoughts in mind. All right, guys, that's it. I will try to make some more videos in another week to begin the next month. Hope you guys have appreciated everything that I've brought to you guys thus far, and there will be more coming. We got some good stuff. This year should be fire. So I thank you guys, and to those people who are new, don't forget to hit that bell, like, and subscribe. I know I haven't said that in a while, but welcome to the tribe. I'll talk to you guys later, and thank you to all the people out there who send shout outs on your channels. I've done some consultations with a number of people with their own YouTube channels. Um, Once again, I got some more people from Eternal Zion. Thank you for the shots out. Um, Thank you to Yesenia Rose out there on Instagram, holding it down. Um, Thank you to Kawhi. Thank you to TJ, Sovereign Living, The Lighthouse, um, Fearless Floyd, Ann LaFleur, uh, Kelly, A6 Grind Time. So join them on their channels. Jump Out Girls. Mm, Ramen, who also sent a donation in. Thank you. And anybody and everybody else. Sorry if I didn't get you personally. Sorry that I can't answer all the emails and DMs and whatever else. It's just way too much. I'm trying to read and learn. So don't take it offensively. If I see it, I see it, and I'll get to you if I can get to you. And if not, well, then just keep trying, I guess. But I will do some more seminars on the public side. We're going to have some on the private side. So yeah, it's all coming, guys. Just be patient, do your best, keep faith. I know sometimes things are hard, but I'll tell you this, you'll find yourself in a better position in life if you stop trying to keep up with the Joneses. Stop trying to live like this millionaire lifestyle, like, wealthy elites and whatever else. I'm not saying don't become wealthy. I'm just saying stop trying to live their lifestyles. See all the darkness and danger that's out there for what it is. Take responsibility and accountability for your operations, your actions, your thoughts. Don't think that you are so wise as I'll challenge you to say, if you look back 5 years ago and you now could talk to you then, wouldn't your life be different? Yeah, so say we all. So the wilds of this world will distract you because your energy, your life force, your soul, your attention is all energy. And wherever you put your energy in whatever form is harnessed and makes them money. So I challenge you to use your energy to make a better version of you and to make money for yourself. If you need help setting up a business or ideas, my YouTube videos, people are making money off of all of my videos. Ideas that I've brought forth, some by me, some by other people. You might struggle, but if you're struggling, it just means that you need to diversify what you've already been doing. Find new ways, add new lines of income, or not. It's your choice. And that's the biggest thing at the end of the day, guys, is that all these things, it's your life, but try not to do anything that's going to jeopardize your future. To the guys out there, don't entertain nonsense. Know your worth. Be careful and protect yourself from all people in all ways, shape, forms, and fashions. To the ladies out there, be careful when it comes to sharing your body with just any person because it hurts you on more levels than you even understand at this point in time. Be careful what entertainment you put yourself through to make money. Not all money is good money, and a lot of things will cost you. And to everybody out there, I would say keep your mind right. It is your number one tool. Behind that, including your sanity, is your health. Look at everything that you eat, that you put on your skin, you put on your hair, even your nails. All these things have some type of chemicals out there. Have you ever sat down to do the research to see what those chemicals are, what they can or cannot do to you, what the combination thereof may do over the span of your life, educationally speaking? International Man of Mystery out for now. Talk to you guys later. Stay healthy. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Be blessed.